Hey everyone, it's John here from MCKAY back with another video. This video is on the rest of the free agents that are left, so the remaining NHL free agents for this 2022 offseason. I'm going to go over some names, talk about where I think they could go at this point. We're going into August, and again, I feel like as you guys are maybe watching this video, maybe different guys have signed now, but these are the names left through cap friendly. So just going to rip through it, just go from guys with the most points left from last season, and just talk about where I think they could go. So Kadri, Elliot Friedman did a surprise 32 thoughts, and he's kind of been saying what I've speculated a bit, which is Colorado potentially, but Islanders, Flames in there. Jeff Merrick suggested Detroit, but it seems like the four teams kind of hovering around Kadri are Colorado, Detroit, Calgary, and then the Islanders, it seems like they maybe have like a sneaky deal or like sneaky thing going on. I don't know. Lou Lamoriello keeps his things quiet and maybe has agreements with his RFAs, but I feel like he might be in on Kadri. Bergeron, I feel like it's Boston or he retires. But yeah, guys, make sure as I'm going through it, give me your thoughts in the comments. Again, welcome if you're a new subscriber, hit that like button. Phil Kessel, I said Edmonton. I still think Vegas and Arizona could be the two other teams just in terms of being close to where he's been at, or Vegas could be a cheap option, get some scoring after they lost Pacioretty. But Edmonton's an interesting one there. And yeah, I think if I could throw out another name, another team, maybe LA, but I think those are the three teams I'm going with. Paul Stastny, I'll say Colorado right now. I just think if Kadri doesn't go back to Colorado, Stastny's probably guaranteed to go there. Evan Rodrigues, I'll stick with either goes back to Pittsburgh, or I could see like a team like Calgary. If they don't go after a Kadri, I could see them doing an Evan Rodrigues kind of thing with the center wing versatility. Sonny Milano, I will say the Leafs are going to be in the conversation there, but I think the Boston Bruins are going to be in on Sonny Milano. And my hot take for Sonny Milano will be the New York Islanders. I think he's from the New York area, or like from close to Long Island, so if Sonny Milano was available still and the Islanders could clear out some cap, like make it like either trade Viveiros or trade Bailey, I feel like Milano could be on their list. Sam Gagner, this one's interesting. I would say between Detroit, Edmonton, and Calgary, I feel like he either returns back out west or yeah, we'll see what happens. Sam Gagner is hard to predict, but he actually had a decent season with the Red Wings. Tyler Ennis, another one tough to predict. I honestly wouldn't mind seeing him back on the Leafs, but I'm going to go Tyler Ennis. I'm going to go underrated spots. I feel like Anaheim, San Jose, or the hot takes, like back to Buffalo. Maybe. No, I don't think he'd go back there, but there was kind of some beef there. But I would say Anaheim could be an option with Ennis. Strawman, ooh, that one's an interesting one. I feel like he either might go for one more year or retire. I think just off the top of my head, Strawman could be a Dallas Stars fit, St. Louis Blues fit there. I would say outside of that, maybe like a Nashville or yeah, I would say those are the teams. Chason, I don't think he's returning to Vancouver. Chason's another one that's tough to predict. I feel like he might just be a low-key depth signing or a PTO. I don't think too many teams are going to be heavy in on him. PK Subban, I'd say the teams that have been floated around, Toronto, Buffalo, and what was the other team I threw out there? Oh, Vegas. I could see Vegas going after Subban. Jonathan Dahlen's an interesting one. I can't really say I have too much information on Dahlen because I think it was a surprise non-qualifying offer from San Jose. But I think with Dahlen, it's going to be interesting in terms of a team, again, giving an opportunity. I feel like Anaheim could be in on that conversation. I feel like Montreal could be in on that conversation. I think Ottawa could revisit that. I wonder even if like a team like Seattle, but again, Seattle's pretty crowded in their forward group right now. I'm just thinking of teams that are like giving offensive guys an opportunity. If I could throw out one other team, like a Los Angeles who has the fit for a winger potentially. Skipping past like a Brian Boyle, it seemed like Johan Larsson could could have went to a team like Pittsburgh. I think after the Heinen signing, Larson, I could see him returning to like a Washington. I also see like Johan Larson or Jonathan Dallin. Either one of those guys could be a Winnipeg Jets target. Galchenyuk, that one's really tough to predict. I feel like he might just end up going back to Arizona. Let's see. Daniel Sprong. Ooh, that's an interesting one. I'm not too sure where he would go, but he was a non-qualifying offer as well as Sam Steele. But I'd say for both these guys, specifically Sam Steele. Steele's from, I think, Alberta, so I can see Sam Steele going to Calgary or Edmonton. So keep an eye on those two teams. I know that there was some Canucks speculation that they could go after Sam Steele, but I think after the Canucks got McKayev and they signed Kuzmenko and signed Lazar, I don't think they're going to get a Sam Steele unless they make a move. Like if they were trading Höglander and Miller, then maybe they go after Sam Steele, but I would say Calgary for Sam Steele potentially. Derek Brassard, again, it's tough predicting where a veteran like that would go. I would say in terms of teams out there that are looking for a kind of Brassard-type player, same with Stepan, I could see Carolina revisiting Stepan. So for Stepan and Brassard, look out for a Carolina looking for like a veteran piece. Evgeny Svechnikov, I could see Carolina as well. I would say like Winnipeg, no qualifying offer. Considering how well he did for like being a guy that was in the minors and being scratched, he still put up close to 20 points. So 20 points in like 70 games. That's not bad for Evgeny Svechnikov in a bottom six role in the forward group. So I could see Carolina being in that conversation. Past that, there's not too many other names that are like, I don't know, turning heads too much. I would say Tyler Mott and Zach Aston Reese. Look out for New Jersey on one of those names, maybe both. But Aston Reese has been heavily tied to New Jersey. Tyler Mott I wouldn't mind as a Toronto fit for bottom six or fourth line. I would imagine the Rangers still revisit Tyler Mott. And I would say look out for Philly on a couple of these names, because I think Philly's been trying to revamp their bottom six, and Tyler Mott would be a type of player that Tortorella would like. Bozak, I think he's moving on from St. Louis potentially. Past that, there's not too many other names, as I said, guys. Calvin DeHaan, keep an eye on Calvin DeHaan. He could be a defenseman that a few teams that are looking for D-man after they're all gone. DeHaan, Subban, Strawman, those are just a couple of the defense. Chris Russell, Jack Johnson. So a couple of these guys might retire. But yeah, give me your thoughts, guys, on some of these names. These are I would say, I have 50 of the names here of what's left in free agency. I think there's only one more page past this of notable enough for Cap Friendly to list it. So even a Colton Sevier could be an underrated signing. Like a few of these guys, like even Michael Stone, I would keep an eye on Michael Stone for minimum. I think a lot of teams could use a Michael Stone for their bottom pair or 6th or 7th defenseman. He had some good games with Calgary, even in the playoffs. So there's some names here still that will contribute to the bottom six. Even I would say there's probably a good 10 names that could contribute to your top six forward group. Like Kadri, Stastny could be in there. Kessel could still be in a top six potentially. Sonny Milano, I would say even Jonathan Dallin, if he got the opportunity, he could be a top six guy. I think in certain situations, Johan Larson could be like a third liner or even filling on second line at sometimes. I think Sam Steele still has a lot of untapped potential at 24 years old. He still put up 20 points in 68 games. I still think he has untapped potential. Evgeny Svechnikov, he's only 25. I think he still has low-key untapped potential. Sorry, same thing with Daniel Sprong. 20 points in 63 games. So there's a few guys here. Dallin, Sprong, Steele, and Evgeny Svechnikov. There's 4 guys here that 24, 25, I think there's maybe something still there. So look out for those 4 names. It's going to be interesting who picks them up. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you on the next video or stream. Peace.